Hey friends, welcome to episode 8 of Found at Sea, my 68-day solo adventure through Europe with 55 of those on a cruise ship. In the last episode, we were in Les Verdun or Bordeaux, France, and now we have a day at sea before our next port in Les Havre. Now, my day at sea was pretty bland, and the only things worth noting from that day was the military appreciation gathering on the ship. See, I love going to these because I'm able to see all of the people with military affiliation on the ship. I also received my first Carnival Veterans pin and entered in the drawing for the free cruise for a veteran. The other thing I wanted to note from that day was the food. People tend to have negative things to say about Carnival, but I really enjoyed the food on these transatlantic cruises. The sit-down restaurants don't disappoint. Oh, and I guess there was one more thing I wanted to note, and it was these beautiful sunsets I got to see out at sea. I've seen many sunsets living on the road, but the ones out at sea have been so amazing and worth the price for the balcony cabins. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Where is Brittany? I've been traveling on the road for 5 years now, and it's officially time for a change. I've put my home in storage, left my fur baby in the care of her godmother, and now it's time for me to explore and expand my wings outside of the United States. Join me as I navigate life on these international streets as a solo female traveler. Alright, good morning my friends. We've made it to a new port, basically the last port of this 7-day adventure, this 7-day cruise, and we've just ported in, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'll just put it here. But this is the port that's nearest to Paris. I'm not going to Paris, but I am doing an excursion like the taste of Normandy. And it's cold, y'all. The high of today is going to be 60, and I don't really have cold clothes. So this is actually a dress, my long sleeve dress. I have a skirt over it, my jacket. I bought my beanie and some gloves just in case, but like next week when we go to our next like destination, I'm going to be looking for like some leggings. I could have swore I put leggings in my luggage, but I didn't. I bought 2 pair of stockings, but I don't want to put on stockings today. They're not all that thick anyway, but yeah, we gonna figure it out, y'all. So let's go and explore Normandy. So I'm getting some coffee. Well, not coffee. I'm getting my oat milk matcha latte. And remember those pastries that I got in Bordeaux? I didn't eat those, y'all, so I'm going to eat those today as breakfast. The port of Les Havre was about 3 hours from Paris, so I decided against going there and opted for an excursion that allowed me to explore Normandy by foot and visit a distillery in the beautiful countryside. The first stop on the excursion was the distillery, and it was a beautiful 40-minute drive to Château Du Breuil. It was so nice seeing the green pastures and farmland en route. In the heart of Normandy, Château Du Breuil stands as a testament to centuries of craftsmanship and tradition. The 16th century chateau, once a linen mill and later a cider factory, now house one of the most esteemed Calvados distilleries in France. It's so pretty here. It's chilly still, but oh my gosh, it's so green. And you hear the birds chirping. Ah, makes me miss being out in my RV. But yeah, we're just waiting for the tour guide, and then we're going to be able to explore the distillery, and I believe we get to try like some wine and cider here too, so that's really nice. It's crazy, this tree doesn't even like feel real. The texture is like all crazy. So neat. Spanning 28 acres, the estate is a sanctuary of century-old trees, tranquil lakes, and rolling hills, offering a peaceful retreat into nature. Our tour began with a deep dive into the art of distillation. We learned about the meticulous double distillation process that defines the Calvados, which is transferring apples into a spirit that embodies the essence of Normandy.
And for the first heat, we gas it at 85 Celsius degrees and we go to the boiling point. And after, we obtain droplets of alcohol. So these droplets of alcohol goes along the head and into the swan neck. After, it goes into the preheater. The preheater, this is the central part, and it permits to preheat the alcohol, waiting for the distillation. And after, it goes in the condenser. The condenser contains a coil immersed in cold water. So after that, we obtain a liquid, and we can distinguish 3 different products. So at first we have heads, second we have the brouillis, and after we have tails. So the brouillis is an alcohol between 28 and 32 degrees, and it's the brouillis that will be distilled a second time. So after the first distillation, we take the brouillis and we distill it a second time. We distill it at 80 Celsius degree, so it's a much gentler way to eat, but except that we eat along the same process. And after the second distillation, we obtain 4 different products. We have heads again, and we have the heart. The heart, this is the finest part, and it's an alcohol between 70 and 72 degrees of alcohol. After we have second, and we have tails. So we just take the heart and we put it in barrels so that it can age in our aging cellar and become our spirits.
시선은 깜빡이는 눈이 내게 입맞춘데 언제 그랬냐는 듯 내 앞에 다가와 Oh 틱톡 틱톡 눈을 굴려보내 힐끔힐끔 또 쳐다보네 볼 듯 안 보일 듯 또 간을 보내 날 담기엔 이 밤이 너무 짧겠지 아슬아슬해 보여 네가 날 흔들 때 숨막히는 chemistry 이건 게임이 아니야 너도 알잖아 우리 불 끌었다 기다려 rewind baby we can burn it up
In the Angel Share cellar, a captivating sound and light show brought the aging process to life, illustrating how thyme and oak imparts rich flavors to the spirit. Now, the highlight of this tour was the tasting session, where we sampled Calvados aged from 2 to 15 years. Each sip unveiled layers of flavor, from the youthful zest of the 2-year-old to the deep, complex notes of the 15-year-old, with hints of apple, vanilla, and oak.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. So she said it was 41%, and that we're supposed to take a sip, swish it around in our mouths, swallow it, and then take another sip to be able to appreciate it. 41% is so strong, y'all, but it is cold out, so hopefully this will help me warm me up on the inside. So cheers. Ooh, it smells so strong. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all. It burns going down. My ears are tingling. It's worse than like that brown Listerine. Like it burned my tongue. My tongue is burning. My chest, oh, it's so warm. 41%. That is insane. I just took my second sip, y'all. I only have a little bit left. When I tell you, my tongue is tingling. It is that strong. like, I feel like I'm blowing fire out of my breath, out of my mouth. All right, here's the second one. This one is supposed to be milder and sweeter. So I'm nervous because my tongue already is like still tingling from the last shots. Okay, so, oh, it smells a lot softer and sweeter than the other one. The other one smelled like straight alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. Okay, this one is way nicer. Like I could sip this. This is nice. That other one was like fire. Okay, this one was nice. So this was the second one, and this was the first one. That was insane, friends. Wow. Château Du Breuil isn't just a distillery, it's a journey through history, nature, and craftsmanship. If you find yourself in Normandy, it's an experience that offers a taste of tradition in every glass. Once the tasting was over, we got back on the shuttle bus and made our way to the seaside town of Deauville. So I broke away from the group. They're about to go explore the beach and get the history about the Sundance. I think that's what it's called, Sundance Festival, because that like originates here. But I'm hungry, y'all. So we have 2 hours to explore before we have to meet back up. So I am going off by myself. There's like a cute little Louis Vuitton store, but I'm going off by myself so I can find me something to eat and something warm to drink, friends. Normandy, land of windswept coast, storybook villages, and quiet resilience. Okay. This region carries the weight of history etched into the cliffs and remembered across generations. Cute. As someone with a military past, I came here knowing that. And for me, visiting the battle sites would have been too heavy, so instead, I walked the streets and let the peace speak for itself. Normandy today is a tapestry of life. Families riding bikes, bakeries spilling warm scents into the air, cafes where time seems to stretch just a little longer. I decided to stop by a local restaurant, ordered a dish I couldn't pronounce, and soaked up the charm with the limited time I was given. So I'm using Google Translate, and I believe I ordered a coffee with light cream, and then these are supposed to be buckwheat pancakes, but it says like egg andouille type sausage and what was the other word? Cheese. So we'll see what it looks like, y'all. I'm hungry. I didn't really get breakfast this morning, so yeah. And the guy really didn't speak English, so I'm like, I want to eat in like using sign language. So I'm just gonna point and order, and hopefully everything goes well. So it's cold out, so I'm sitting under. I don't have much time to eat, so I'm gonna try and eat as much as I can, then I have to go. Oh. The buckwheat part. Ooh, that's funky. I mean, smell strong and taste very strong. I don't really care for it. So friends, I'm making my way back. I have about 30 minutes or so. That was nasty. I mean, it wasn't like nasty, but that meat, the flavor was so funky. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It smelled how it tasted. Yeah, and so I got gum in my mouth because I got to get the funk out. But I was really hungry. But that's what I get for trying something different. It's really pretty here though. Really, really pretty. The architecture here whispers of the past. Timber frame houses, quiet chapels, worn stone that's seen centuries of footsteps. Normandy doesn't shout, it invites you to listen. Gosh, this building is so pretty. Wow. Though I didn't seek out the war memorials, I still felt the echo of history in the silence between moments. And in that silence, a deep gratitude for peace, for beauty, for being able to just simply be. This stop in Normandy was brief, but I can say that this region of France is definitely on my revisit list. Look at them RVing, y'all. If only I could bring my RV over. I would definitely travel around over here. Not me saying merci. Merci beaucoup. Friends, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by and checking in on me. I'll see you all in the next episode as we cross the Arctic Circle and port in one of the most beautiful places I've been, Iceland.